Most common issue of all is that one partner is a spender and one is a saver. There are other issues which a lot of people will say, I can't seem to get on the same page. And when I ask them, tell me about a specific time in the last 30 days where you two were not on the same page, they're like, they instantly know, and it hits them very deeply.
Is this like a personality type thing? Like what's driving these disconnects?
We have to remember that most of us don't even understand money for ourselves. And then when we get with a partner, it's like 1 + 1 = 20. We really don't understand how to bring our perspectives together. And so here we have one person who says, hey, we have a lot of money. Like we can actually afford to go out to a nice vacation or dinner. And the other person says, I don't feel safe. And so one person's saying, what? Look at the math. That was pretty much me early on in my relationship with my wife.
You were the I don't feel safe? Or
No. I was like, look at the math. I was like, look at the compound interest. We have a growth rate assumption here. I was like living in the spreadsheet. And my wife, she said, I want to use money to feel safe. I was like, wow, what does that word mean? Safe? Because to me, the word I use to describe money is growth. I want to grow. I want to have an impact. And so when we originally started talking, we started to rewind and we would talk about, what were the things our parents said around the dinner table? And it was striking. Everyone has money beliefs that they learned as a kid. So their parents might have said, we don't talk about money in this family. Or, oh, those rich people, that's for rich people, not for people like us. Do you have any things that you remember hearing as a kid about money?
We couldn't afford that. That I heard a lot.
That's a huge one.
Yeah.
So think about when you grow up hearing, we can't afford that, we can't afford that. One day, when you have actually a pretty decent amount of money, a lot of people still tell themselves, we can't afford that. So they still go on the same type of vacations they would have gone on 15 years ago. They still tell their kids, we can't afford that. So when I'm speaking to these couples and I talk to them about their problem and I go, on a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a deal is this? And they go, like maybe a 4 out of 10. They minimize the problem. So what I say to them is, okay, now imagine fast forwarding 30 years. You've got 2 kids, you've got a mortgage, you've made 10,000 financial decisions. How big of a deal do you think this disagreement is? And they instantly go, oh, that's a 9 out of 10. Because most of us in the moment, we minimize our financial problems with our partner, but we can easily see how people get divorced over money when it calcifies and amplifies over the next 25 years. The good news is that you don't have to always agree with your partner on certain things. He might want to spend money on a certain thing. It's fine. If you can jointly afford it or he can individually afford it, that's fine.
What do you mean? So these are couples, do you have them separate their money?
So some of them have a joint account. Some of them are totally separate. Or what I like to recommend for couples is they have a joint account and they have their own independent accounts.
Word.
Yeah, what do you do?
That's we don't now, but when Lisa and I first got married, that's exactly what we did. We said, all right, we have one account where this is for all the bills. Then we each get an equal amount of spending money in a separate account. So now you can do whatever you want. You can save your money, you can spend your money. And that was the saving grace. Like figuring that out early on was magical.
What did that do for you?
It freed us up because the things I wanted to spend money on, she thought was dumb. And the things she wanted to spend money on, I thought was dumb.
Yes.
So I was just like, hey, you do you.
But look at the approach you took. It's so important for everybody to catch this. You could sit there and fight about cosmetics or cars or suitcases or whatever. And you do that for the rest of your life. That's what most people do.
Oh my God.
It's horrible. It's awful to sit there and you're fighting the same battle you fought 20 years ago, you're doing it today. Or what you and Lisa did, which is amazing, you set up a system. Okay, joint. Now we got our mortgage or rent covered, etc. Independent accounts, and now the problem vanishes. So money always is going to be complicated, especially when you have 2 people, different earnings, different money philosophies. But the solution is not to simply fight and talk each other into seeing your perspective. Yes, you should talk about it, but sometimes you need to add some systems and psychology, which really solves the problem.